Hi Virgo, welcome to your July 2023 astrology overview. I have listed out what's happening in the month, tried to break it down, section it out to make it quite easy or easier to understand. Please don't worry, I'm not going to read through all of these and explain everything. It's just too much. I tried it, it's boring, so I'm just literally going to pick out a couple of the bits. Less than 10 minutes, done. So what I want to talk about is the nodes changing signs, as this is a long-range transit of a year and a half, and also a couple of the planets which are retrograde, or go retrograde this month, and then a couple of the transits that are connected to them. So this is the chart for the 1st of July. And I'm going to move over to the chart for the nodes changing signs. So let's have a little bit of a visual representation. So for you, Virgo, South Node, 2nd house, North Node, 8th house. So this axis is all about money, resources, material, financial. 2nd house is our income. It is everything to do with our financial status. And the 8th house is very much about the other. So, say for example, just as a basic analogy, if you were self-employed, so you would be house 2, earning your money, and that's how you earn your money. And the 8th house is your customers, your clients. It's those people that you interact with. So this, with the North Node in the 8th house, this is really about the direction that the collective is asking you to go in over the next 18 months. It's about delving into desires and passions as well. The 8th house is traditionally, it's sex, death, taxes. It's those inevitable things in life that are going to come to us whether we like it or not. So it's all about regeneration and change. So where the North Node is can be quite challenging to go towards that. As the North and South Node, I sort of see or feel the energy of the South Node as like gravity. We are easily drawn to that point. It's much easier, more comfortable to stay in the South Node energies because we're familiar with them. So this is actually a really great point to look at the North and South Node in your chart, see what houses they're in, and if you kind of have a look and think, where do you feel more comfortable? And I would like to place a bet that 9 out of 10 of you would feel much more comfortable in your South Node house in those traits and aspects. So it can be challenging to go towards the North Node. The aspect that I want to talk about that it's going to be affecting this transit is Pluto is squaring the nodes on the 23rd. All of these are at 29 degrees of their respective signs. This is the most challenging point of any house within the chart because theoretically, if you go from 0 to 29, 30, 0, you're going in that direction. The nodes, no, they're going in the other direction. So they're always going to ingress at the 29th degree. So they're coming in and being like, pow, here I am. Pluto is very much that which transforms, and it can be quite a liberating planet. It seeks the depths and gets to all the hidden information. The glyph itself is like a magnifying glass. So you could potentially feel like fate is coming in and taking a hand to whatever is happening in your life. So the 5th house is very much how we spend our leisure activities. It's our creativity, our fun. It's the house of our children. So it's that which we give birth to, physically, mentally, the ideas, the things that we bring into this world. So with your money area, your money axis activated, and also your fun, it kind of feels like that you could potentially be turning something that you love doing and are very good at into making you more serious money. So just be mindful that something quite unexpected might happen to shake things up. So moving on then to Venus. So she will be retrograde in your 12th house of Leo. Don't know if you can even see that. Well, you can see where it is. So this will be till around 3rd, 4th of September. 12th house, interesting, because this is very spiritual. So there is a lot of love, empathy and beauty. And also Venus does represent money as well. So this could be a time where over the next couple of months you find yourself taking time out or wanting to spend a little bit more time on your own for self-care, for learning alternative healing practices or spiritual practices, some things that you've maybe not really had much interest in might all of a sudden be at the foremost of your mind to want to understand. So when Venus goes retrograde, there is a potentiality that she may take something away, something may be transformed in that area of your life. But when Venus goes direct again, there will be an additional amount of love put into this area. So this won't happen for another 8 years in this sign in your chart. So it's a really good opportunity to perhaps just start thinking about other spiritual practices or how you could start to implement something like this or build upon it if it's something that is already in your life. And lastly, talking about the other retrograde of Chiron. So again, next to the North Node here in your 8th house of Aries. This is the wounded warrior. This is the archetype of someone who has been through a lot of battles, but similarly they've had to heal themselves because they've had wounds and cuts and scars. So it's where we have been wounded in our life it's that old phrase, isn't it, that I'll probably completely mash this up, but it's where we're broken is where we're cracked, and that's where the light is let in. So sometimes these things that are very painful to us can actually be a catalyst to change our lives in some way or the lives of others around us. So what here could potentially need repairing or healing in the 8th house of these themes of change, regeneration, other people's resources, material resources. And Venus and Chiron will be making 3 trines to one another during this time. So it's actually a very supportive energy connecting in between the 8th and the 12th house. And there is quite a correlation here between the 8th and 12th house as well, because these houses are trine, meaning that they are of a harmonious angle to one another. So they do help and support each other, and they are friends. So this is definitely, they're going to be supporting one another during their respective retrogrades. So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, there's loads of other stuff going on, but I'll be here forever chatting about it. By the time I finish chatting, it'll be August. Let's see, a couple of tarot just to close the reading off. 2 cards for Virgo, please. Knight of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Okay. So we have a theme of water and emotions here. There is going to be obviously changes and transformations with the North and South Node. So I just feel that this 8 of Cups here could be echoing that which there's something that you're going to be walking away from onto something better, because this character is ascending up. They've left these cups behind and they're walking up some other ones to what appears to be the moon. So this could be an emotional time, but I feel as though you are going to be very energized into taking action with regards to your passions, your desires, your creativity. So I'll leave the reading there, Virgo. Hope you have a lovely rest of your July, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.